Hello everyone, Attorney Collingwood here, reaching out to you about a topic I want to touch base with you guys. In regards to it deals with mechanics lien. The mechanics lien is like a lay person's term. However, it's based in the law for various states, and it applies to each particular state. But the general concept of it is called a mechanics lien. So, as you probably already assume, it takes its name from a mechanic. It's named after it. So oftentimes when individuals, such as a mechanic, fixes up cars that are, let's say, having problems, engine issues or whatnot, and the actual owner doesn't want to pay the mechanic for the work. So there are laws, also known as statutes, that are enacted in various states to protect these mechanics from getting, paid out or being able to collect on their services. So it's named after those, but it actually applies to a large array of different situations, such as construction. Any situation where you really think that you're doing work on something, a property that's not yours, with hopes of being paid back for your services, and when you're not paid, you can apply a mechanics lien to the actual item or the property or the vehicle. And it's actually a very, very powerful collection tool. So oftentimes the situation with when there's a debt owed to you or individual in general, you can sue and you can win. The problem is, how do you collect that money? Oftentimes when clients come to me, they tell me, oh, this person stiffed me, you have a contract and everything. My first question isn't really about the contract. My first question is actually about, does this person have any money you can get from? Because we can go to court, the judge will see, the facts are pretty clear, and oftentimes, if they know that they're in the wrong, they won't even show up to court, and you get a judgment. However, you got to be able to collect against that judgment. And when individuals don't have any money, they can A, file bankruptcy, B, just come to court and say, I have no money. Try to get money from me, I have nothing. So that's where the issue is. However, the mechanics lien, that is a powerful collections tool because it's a great way to jump all the other creditors and get to the item. So the hypothetical I gave you, dealing with a car, and I fixed up the car, it wasn't running, now it's working, and this guy doesn't want to pay me for it. I don't have to give back this item to this individual. I have to file a mechanics lien, some paperwork. Each state is different, but they're kind of the same concept. So I did work on it. I created value into the item, the property, and now you don't want to pay me for it, so I can attach to the vehicle and start saying, depending on the state, let the county know that this item is now part of a mechanics lien and I have an interest in it because the actual original owner is not willing to pay me for my services. And that's a small category or hypothetical that usually happen, the fact pattern. The big one is actually construction. I have a client who just came to me. He's like, hey, I fixed up this person's house. I did a whole patio, did all the yards, I bought all the material, and we literally were able to fix and build up the value of the house because I did this whole landscape in the yard in the front. I only charged him $25,000. He hasn't paid me. But realistically, if he was to go to any other landscaper in the city, he's looking at about $50,000. And I told my client, you might be able to apply a mechanics lien if you meet certain requirements per the state of Illinois. So in Illinois, you have to give notice to the potential defendant and the owner of the property, written notice saying within 90 days since the completion of your work that you don't pay me, I will be applying a mechanics lien. There's a lot of requirements to meet, but it's so powerful. So in the hypothetical situation I just gave you, as well as the real case situation I just gave you, it doesn't matter if the car had a note on it where they still owe money to the bank. You supersede, you jump over the bank and you say, I get paid first, whatever's left over, the bank gets in the note for the car. In the house scenario, same thing, mortgage. Let's say there's a $100,000 mortgage on the house. The house is worth $100,000. I put $25,000 worth of work into this property. Realistically, the property itself has no equity because you owe $100,000, it's worth $100,000. If you were to sell it, you get zero as a creditor. However, with a mechanics lien, if rightfully done, you can leapfrog the mortgage and you can attach to that property $25,000, and then you sell that property for the $25,000 plus attorney fees and any filing fees and costs associated. That's what's allowed under the mechanics lien law in Illinois and most states. Then the bank gets whatever's remaining. So sometimes situations where it's not a mechanics lien and there's a collections case, which is literally what a mechanics lien is, but a mechanics lien gives you this this card that just absolutely secures your interest in an asset, in this situation, a house. However, there are a lot of requirements that need to be met within that 90 days. Give them notice. You got to file with the Secretary of State in some states or DMV in others, and notify the county and to let everybody know that you guys have an interest in this property because you appreciate it. On top of the mechanics lien, often mechanics lien allows for attorney fees in most states in Illinois. In addition, you can get costs back. So it's a very, very powerful collection tool. And if there's a house or there's a car, they're not getting away, realistically. So it's a very helpful tool, but a lot of people don't properly do it and aren't able to enforce it properly because they just don't meet the rigid requirements. And it's very important to look at the statute or the law of which it lays out everything you need for your particular state. Hello YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this content that we provide today. And if so, please slam the like button below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you get notification of future content. And also, don't forget to leave a comment or a suggestion below in regards to this video or any other videos that you think you would like us to do. And we will be back with future videos. Thank you very much.